Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today, finally, I hope today it will be the final day working on the hull. So let me show you what we were doing here. Practically everything is already here. We need just to trim our keelstones, the top which I glued yesterday. So I have to cut mast step and cut a little because it's too wide piece of wood. We need to glue a few knees. And we need to bolt them all. Actually, these knees were attached with 4 nails, 2 nails on each side, if I can say this. And we have a few more bolts. Oh, what is my cat doing? I think he's hanging on my backdrops. Curtains, this is his weak spot. Imbir! Give me a second, I think he's stuck there. What are you doing? Okay, I have the biggest troublemaker in the world, just because my backdrops folded and flipped and clamped on the top, so it's like a hammock in the lower part, so he somehow managed to get inside and stuck there. So I need to rescue my cat. And who is watching my channel, you definitely also know that this troublemaker managed to break his femur on the just wooden floor, fell. So this is the biggest troublemaker I ever had. So I have to rescue him quite often. So I was talking about knees. We will nail these knees and we will bolt our combings. And believe this is it. So yeah, better he came just next to me to sleep in his favorite box. This is much safer, yes, you are right. So let's switch to a different screen. Not this one, this one. Yesterday, while we made beautiful first knee, but when we were working on the second one, I managed to break, just commenting like be careful not to break it along the fibers. And this is what, let me sand it a little. Just to remove the drops of glue, so it won't be visible where we glued it. And I was talking that if you will do it with PVA, it won't be visible. If you will glue it with cyanoacrylate, can create such thin but very dark, almost black line where it was glued. With PVA, this one is transparent when it is drying, and especially on the edge, it won't be visible at all. Just need to clean this glue, drops of glue which were leaking out of it. Maybe with scraper. Where is my favorite tool? Where is my favorite tool? That broken file. It was right here yesterday. I left it here at least. No, not here, not there. Oh yes, I dropped it yesterday and I haven't searched for it. And it fell somewhere. Not good. Oh, I found it. I found it. Come on, come on, come on. I found it. My favorite tool, the best way to scrape the glue. Like this. And it is important to remove all these drops, excess of glue, etc., leaking out glue, because when you will apply oil, you will get stains, just whitish spots in places where you haven't cleaned glue properly. And while it is bare wood, it's not visible, but in the moment you are applying oil, it is eye-poking. And that is why it is important to clean it. So let's clamp probably with another clamp the vice. Yes, so I can work on it. And I have somewhere my rotary tool. I just need to switch to a sanding drum. And we can glue them. So I will glue first knees. First I will install nails also in them, then we'll glue them, then we can bolt everything, then we can cut everything, and if we have enough time, maybe we'll oil everything today. Or we have also 2 wooden parts to install. I forgot. Just looked at the bow and remembered we needed 2 cat heads or cat heads for the anchors to install. I believe they are laser cut, but let me check in a moment. Actually, where it was glued, it's now the strongest part of the knee. Want to clean and check what I can send. A little more here. Something like this. Now I will grab again my scalpel, or just handle from the scalpel, so I can use it as a sanding block. For such rounded parts, it's very convenient. And I can shorten this knee. Something like this. And now with different sandpaper. And our second knee is almost ready. Now the question, can you see the seam where we glued it? Let me sand a little more edges. Let me try it first. Oh, it's too long. Still need a little shorten it. Where is my pencil to mark? Pencil, such a bright orange piece of wood. Properly hidden. Very properly hidden. Boats. I believe I need to make shorter, a little shorter, first one too. Like just a little shorter. This is the first one. This one which we were working right now, we need to make it shorter. Just pure curiosity. Yes, definitely should be shorter. Okay. Shorter, this is not longer, easier to cut than to glue. Now let's clean all the edges, create a beautiful radius here. Just a little more of sanding, a few more scratches. I think I sanded at an angle. Now it's good. Perfect. A little more of this sandpaper. And the knee is ready to be glued. Okay, and I will install nails immediately before gluing it. It's easier to do when I'm just clamping this piece of wood in this vise. And then I will glue knees together with nails in their proper places. Just final touches. And final try. Here is the second one. Perfect. Something a little sanding on the first one, just a few scratches. to remove. Like this. And let's nail them. This is what we have here. We have some bolts for bolting combings, for nailing knees, so we have different diameters. From the previous episodes when we were cutting them, blackening them, etc. So we will need here some nails or spikes. So this is the thinnest ones. I believe I was making them from 0.8 millimeters or 0.7 millimeters in diameter. Let me check our nails. .8 millimeters in diameter wire, I believe, because it is 0.75. Yes. And our bolts were made out of 1 millimeter wire. Yes, because my 1.2 millimeters wire, which is more proper one, I couldn't blacken. It was varnished with some kind of finish on the metal. And I bought that wire, Michael's or Hobby Lobby, in that section for jewelry making. And this is a mistake, because even they were using something for the finish, so the wire will stay golden, but it couldn't be blackened, and even acetone couldn't remove that finish. I'm searching for something. Now I will need another favorite tool to mark our nails. Where is my sharpened? Yeah, here it is. So it was with 2 nails, 1, 2, 1, 2. So let's make 2. I believe this I need to install on the model because it's too thin here, but I will try. Actually I can. Like this. Like this. I just need to find proper drill bit now. Like 0.7 or 0. Let me try this one. Why it is only 1? Should be 2. Which one is this? This is the one. Every time I'm on the live stream, I'm saying something like I need to order drill bits, I need to order something else. I'm forgetting. So today, definitely after the live stream, I will order some bigger diameter wire and drill bits. Proper collet for the drill bit. And as I said, I visited my mom in 2025, but couldn't buy more such drill bits because this is a local manufacturer for jewelry makers, and they are making quite expensive drill bits, but they are fantastic. They are not easy to break, etc. I found something on Amazon very expensive, but have no choice, have to order it, because all that cheap drill bits you can't use with freehand. They are constantly breaking. They were designed for be used in these drill presses, and it's not always a guarantee you that they won't break there too. But these I like. They are literally flexible. More chances that you just can bend it than break. Although I did break a few of them. So let me drill a few holes. And we need to install a few nails. So let me try if it was a proper diameter, or should I use bigger drill bit. This is just proper one. So I will need some cyanoacrylate. No, don't have a live spot on this cup, so probably this one should be already thrown away. And I will grab a different one. Oh, can use this one. And a drop of thick cyanoacrylate. Unfortunately, the Bobsmith Industry cyanoacrylate disappeared from Hobby Lobby. This is now I can order it only on Amazon. So we'll order it. I like these specific bottles, and usually they are sending with different ones with that cone shaped, and they are so easy to get glue and so not convenient to use. But I will use what they have available there. So let's glue it. Let's glue it. And I need something to push that nail. Like a piece of wood will do the job. Try the smallest one here. No. Come on. This one is very tricky one, constantly jumps. Of course I can take that plastic tool for installing such nails. Too much trouble to get up and get it from a different table. Where is my favorite tool? Again disappeared. Just to scrape cyanoacrylate. And now I will do this. Then I can sand a little this edge so I can glue it in place. Good. And one more. One knee is ready. This is yesterday's one. Oh, before I will put it there, I want to sand on the other side. This sticking out, both actually are sticking out nails, because we need to glue it. it. So now for this one. Oh, thank you very much, Mike, for subscribing. Yes, you guys who are supporting my channel, you are making this possible to run without any interruptions. So thank you very much for sponsoring and supporting my channel. I really, really appreciate it. And I need to drill now. Happens. Good that it is not destroyed. But badly clamped part can do this. And I'm just afraid to clamp too strong because basswood is very easy to damage. Another 4 nails and we can glue it. Nail to choose. And one more. And I need to check on another side. Okay, I need to scrape first a drop of glue, which is licked right here. And now I will do this. And actually both nails need some sanding. Trying to hold this piece because it's very thin. Don't want to repeat my mistake and to break it. Perfect. We can glue both. So now let me move model in front of the camera so you can see it. So I will clean out all this mess here, so it will be enough room for the model. Glue, probably carefully will place somewhere here. Found my ruler, which I will search in a moment, and will unclamp this. And let's glue. How to position it? Probably I will move a little farther camera, but I will clamp model first because it is hanging off the table. Let me move a little farther camera. Okay, I can move also this video somewhere where it is not in the way. And we need some glue. We need a cup for the glue. Excuse me for this. 3 times, this is just allergy. I have this tradition to sneeze always 3 times. If it is more or less, then I'm sick. If it is just 3 times sneezing, allergy. Okay. And I will need a brush, which was sitting in the water. Let's glue it. Maybe I will need some clamps. And I probably have not enough glue. I need a few more drops. Okay. And then we can move on the top. And let's glue it. Yeah, this is that moment when you definitely have this long pointed clamps. Sorry for talking like this. I believe this is alright. I can use also this one. Perfect. Now let's move to the next one. This is the one. this one. I have somewhere not that much strong, don't want to make traces. Yeah, some of this type of clamps are very strong and then just can smash the wood, so I'm using this strong like this. And while they are drying, we can cut, if I can find, yes, I can find sharp scalpel. We can cut with Kilson and must step. I believe somewhere here should be must step, plus minus. Yep, found it. Now let's cut it. Let me dig that stuff out of the mast step. George, you always can subscribe also to the Facebook group with all the notes and drawings or sketches which I'm making with dimensions. It can be very useful, so you don't have to search in these long hours of videos. But as I said yesterday, the more I'm reading about this boat and searching for her history and getting more and more information, the more I admire her. She did a very big trace in the history, let's say. She, or like her sister ship, let's say, New York gunboat, but just I really like her very much, so even more than from very beginning. Just thin slice, and the mast step is ready. Now let's trim a little the width. Some drops of glue are in the way, but I will clean it in a moment. Let's use sanding block like this one or this one. Maybe I will remove these clamps. They are not really necessary. drops of glue are in the way. And now I want to make this rounded edge. So it will look like it's just very rounded edge. And to clean the glue, same as here. Perfect. Like this. And same for the stern cockpit. Here it is just two straight cuts, but still should be done carefully. We still have some drops of glue which are a little more difficult to remove, and the wood can always chip off along the fibers, so we do it slowly, step by step, carefully. The restoration, the biggest difficulty is just to understand what was the builder thinking or doing and how he built some parts. And it's not difficult if the builder was using proper materials, like traditional materials, shellac, not varnishes. This is what makes it pain in the neck to restore. If model was covered with layer of varnish, acrylic varnish, on doesn't matter which one, it's impossible to restore. This is what happened with the Boreas when the owner of the model contacted me and told me like, oh, the model is not varnished, it may be oiled, so it should be easy. I said, okay, maybe it's really easy. And on the photo it wasn't visible, but when he brought her, my first thought was like, oh my god, it varnished. And I was just scraping that varnish from the model with my favorite tool, this one, millimeter by millimeter. It took me 3.5 months to scrape all the varnish. So this is difficult. Other two models which I was recently restoring, they were, as a finish was used shellac. So I just maybe 2 or 3 days was wiping it with cotton swabs and alcohol, and I just got bare wood and renovated it easily. So this is a difficult part. What materials were used and if they are removable. So if they are removable, it's not difficult, just deep cleaning and reapplying the new layer of shellac. But if it was with such generous pouring on top of the model varnish, it's not that easy, sometimes impossible. Because with the time, somehow the dust mix together with varnish, and you can't remove the dust without removing a layer of varnish. And the rest is just a question of repairing if something broken, so it's not difficult. It's the most difficult part to remove all that finishes. And of course what type of glue was used, so can you unglue some parts if something needs to be replaced. So that is why cyanoacrylate forbidden. So is also waxing ropes, because this is constantly what I'm seeing on models, especially beginners are doing. They are using that beeswax for improving ropes, but it's acid, so especially when the wax will have some contact with wood, etc., it will react not in very good way. So wax, cyanoacrylate, forbidden for restoration. If it's a professional restoration for museums, this is also another important thing. And if you have have to do the restoration for the museum, you will sign probably a contract where it will be written no cyanoacrylate, no wax. Yeah, you can still use cyanoacrylate for temporary fixation, but everything should be removable and reversible. Good. Perfect edge, I believe. And now I will round it, and it will look like a solid piece of wood. scratch. Don't know how I made it, but now this scratch should be removed. Something like this, and let me straighten my back because I was bending and this is not good. I have some problems and troubles with my back. Okay, now let's bolt our comments and gun truck, and maybe we will oil it today. Still have to glue and to check if we have laser cut heads, and probably I just will sweep everything on this model. Or we'll use a proper cleaner if I will connect it. Oh, this is another thing about restoration. You shouldn't vacuum clean models, especially when they are chock full of details and you don't know how well they glued. If you will start vacuum cleaning it, you just can soak one piece with which can pull another piece, and half of the model can be destroyed like that with vacuum cleaner. Better to use air compressor or that compressed air can with compressed air, so it's much better and safer to use. So this is what I will show you right now, how to clean the model with all this dust with airbrush, or I have somewhere can with compressed air, but I have to search for it. Faster to just use airbrush. Haven't covered it. Imbir, don't worry about it. Imbir doesn't like airbrush because of its blowing. You can even blow out all the small pieces from this such niches like we have here in this hatch. So it's doable. Or actually also inside these seats. Clean. On the rails. Done. Just need to ease, just let the air out. Don't keep it in the tank. Good. So nailing the combings. And they were nailed on each scar, one in the middle and I believe one on each side of the knee. But let me check on the drawing. And yes, one on each scar, one in the middle, and one on the knee. Okay, let's mark. In the middle of the scar, and we have two scars on each side. They are not symmetrical. So now in the middle of the, it is off center, right? Right. And one on each knee. Like this. And I need to switch the drill bit, because we will install bolts. Here they are much bigger diameter than our nails. And where this is my box here with my drill bits. And I don't know, 0.9 or 0 or 1 millimeter. Let's take smaller diameter and then we will decide. Where is my tool for switching drills? Come on. Just cleaning. Where is my piece of sandpaper? Small one. Oh, how is the weather in Holland? It should be much colder than and nastier winter than we have here. Finally, actually, we have here winter very similar for Ukrainian ones, but usually it's mild winter in Kiev, for example. So I'm quite enjoying this winter. Reminds me home. And now let me show you something. Why I'm blackening bolts when they are rounded heads from two halves, because when I will cut them now, I will have this golden edge. It's visible which side to install. And on what side I have the rounded head. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. I need to cut this edge. Yeah, because cutters are making straight edge on one side and another just smashed, so that's why I'm cutting two bolts, like from two ends. One is spare. Found some unclean dust. Can be cleaned later. And let's try if I can install these. Or should I use my tool? Yes, probably. I should. This is no, this is not proper diameter. Let me find different one. And not this one. Where is it? You have somewhere bigger piece of, or bigger diameter. Oh, I found the broken one. Probably this is the proper. Yes. So maybe I should use bigger diameter drill bit, or let's install them tightly. It's better than loose. I need to clean my needle with an old scalpel, if I can find one. Maybe I should use bigger diameter. Oh, the drill bit's too tight. Use this plastic piece or nail pusher, so let's say improvised one. You just can push it straight without angle. Yeah, it's alright actually. I will use this drill bit. It is working. One direction. Okay, it's not moving. Got it at an angle probably. Not good. Not good. Clean the glue. This one is not moving also. This is about basswood. It's so soft. It's very easy to get it at an angle and it won't move. So actually in case of basswood it's better to drill a little wider diameter, when in case of hardwood, I mean stiff wood, it is better to drill smaller diameter than the bolt itself. Good. Now let's turn around. Here, so the comment will be in the middle of the screen. And the same 1, 2, 3, and one on each side on the knee. Scarf, another scarf in the middle, and one on each side of the knee. the holes. Oh, I have one bolt already. It was 5 installed, so another 4. I think we still have chances to oil it today, maybe. Depends, I will check that. Laser cut parts, if it is laser cut parts. And one bolt from for the cover, probably. And one more on this coming, and we can move to the gun truck to bolt it also with the same bolts. Yay! Just 1 minute more to straighten the back. It's painful to bend like that. And while I'm sitting and straightening my back, I can move the model and to read your comments. Poplar, it's also soft and easy to work. But I believe they are very similar. They have same texture, or just curly hairy. You have to sand it properly also. Basswood is very good to use if you just want to try your hand at wood, so it's easy to cut. You can work and cut everything just with a scalpel. But if you will try good, expensive or noble woods like pear, boxwood, ebony, holly, you will stick to that wood and you definitely wouldn't move back to the basswood. But other woods, they require a little more of tools. At least minimum, you have to have a rotary tool. Because if this basswood, you can do everything with a scalpel. With pear and boxwood, they are hardwoods hardwood, not just because of that type of wood. I mean like stiff, very difficult to cut. They're not that soft, I mean. And let me check what I'm showing you on the camera. So I will remove the gun carriage. We will work on it when we will assemble the others too. But today we will bolt our gun track. It should be bolted on each beam, and yeah, two also on the edge. Right, on each beam, driven through tracks and deck beams. Correct. Yeah. Oh, and they should be on the upper edge here. So on each beam and two right here. Let's drill it. Smoke reading, interesting. I would like to hear more about that. Now slide clean all this hairy stuff after drilling. And let's bolt them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 bolts. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it is not moving into it. Don't like it. One more time. Still not. Let me re-drill it. Better. Again, at an angle, it's not moving properly. Why? Okay, I need to re-drill it. I already smashed the basswood, better to re-drill it. Yay. Just to clean the glue. At an angle or not? Perfect one. No, this one is not moving. Moved. You shouldn't stick out because our truck gun carriage should slide also. We will see in a moment if it can slide after bolts and to be installed. Because it should slide after this. A few more bolts. Come on. You shouldn't stick out. You should be flush with the wood. Ay, 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 ay. Little more to press. And the last one. Yep. Just dust from drilling all these holes. So need to blow again my airbrush. Done! Now let's try if it can slide. Yes, it's sliding. So everything is operational. Good. And we still have half an hour, so we still have chance to complete everything and maybe oil it today. Just today I have to finish on time because I have meeting with my nephews and niece. So let me check. Where is that part on the kids' drawings? If it is there. Okay, let's check. Oh, and I found immediately what we need. I believe this is our cat heads. Yes. I believe it is. Let me check. It's part number 44 and 43. Anything on the drawings? No. Nothing. I can't see anything. I just found it. So we have it on the drawing. What number is it? Sheet number 2. And it's not written anything about it. Actually, it's weird. We have rounded edge. Oh, it's lower one and square edge. This is the upper one. Okay. Let's try it. So let me turn around the model. First I will cut these two parts. Glue should be hidden. I will use a sharp scalpel if I can find it. Found it. Oh, nice! That is interesting. I believe this is from that stuff for trains. Who is in the train modeling? Admire people who can do that. I'm in the electric stuff, wires. I like soldering, but plus, minus, negative, positive. Oops, if I will put together plus and minus and solder it. This is what I can do. Okay, let's clean them, because they should be wooden, not burnt edges like this. Will put my balls aside because I can easily spill them all over the place. And let's clean it. this one is slightly curved, so should wait. But I can clean this edge for gluing a little. And the rest just with a file, probably. From here, not good, but I need to clamp the model at least somewhere. So it won't move. And we can try another. First I need to clean glue which dried long time ago here, and I didn't even try to clean it. Something like this. Should be sticking like that. Yes. Nice. What do we have in the original drawings? Okay, same. At least here, the manufacturer of the kit and the original drawings for from the Smithsonian, they agreed. But I still have to clean this piece. So I will use my favorite tool here. Just want it to be also visible. I will clamp it from here. And I will clean them both. Oh, this is not what I wanted. Just want to clamp it. And clean it with file probably, or with a favorite sanding block handle from the scalpel. No, I believe in this specific kit they are not even describing any details at all. It's very poor instructions, but if you want to glue and make the seam good, strong, you have to remove all these burnt edges, and I think this is something what manufacturers are ignoring for sure. And if you want your model to look like built from scratch, you definitely have to remove all the edges, because all burnt edges immediately screams you about the model was laser cut, and modular didn't remove any burnt edges. So it's necessary to do. Have you seen laser cut parts on the real ships? So I think no. And this is the point. So you have to clean it to the bare wood. I probably will use file if I can find the rounded one. That is not the right one. No. Where is right under my nose? If you want to hide something, put it under your nose. First I will remove this burned edge here, and then the rest of it. No, just if you will put something like with burnt edges, it's just eye-poking, such bright contrast, and if you will remove it, it just will look like wooden part, like on real ship, and you can tint it with different oils or with shellac, and it will look very natural. This is just also my religion, I can say. I was constantly saying, like, if what was wooden on the real ship should be wooden on the model, and what was metal on the real ship should be metal. But recently, I mean specifically during this build, I changed a little my religion after seeing 3D printed blocks and fittings from Chuck Passaro's store. If you will look at them, you can't see that they were 3D printed. Blocks are so realistic, and the color, especially pear. Boxwood looks plastic, but pear, they look like so realistic, so he created even volume with these different shades. Just fantastic blocks. I believe it was episode 10 or 11 when I was showing and counting how many do we need and how they look like. I was showing it. In this build log. I believe it was issue number 10. Memorable number. I believe it was issue number 10, so you can check it. So after seeing this quality, like, I have to think about it. So maybe new technologies can improve kits, so you can't even notice it. But this is what we will use. We also will use his 3D printed thimbles. They are already black, you don't have to blacken them, and they are perfect. What I was producing before, it was from the brass sheets, but I have that cut edge, like same with rings, and it was visible. But yeah, one side of mixed screens, like, they were metal, they should be made out of metal, but other screens, that 3D printed ones, they are so perfect that I can just close my eyes that they are plastic. You can't even say that they are plastic. They look so realistic, so in scale, so mine from the brass look awful. So yes, I can change my religion after seeing Chuck Passaro's parts and details. I think Chuck will move to that direction, and maybe one day he will print them, because this is something what I still making from the wires. Actually, yeah, they may be a little bigger than it should be in the scale, but because they are so pain in one place to make, but I still like them to have. I have seen when modelers who knows how to cast, they were casting them, well, brass cast, I mean. They were casting them, so making a few master models, and they were making a bunch of them, just casting from the brass. But casting in me from the brass, it's too difficult. Maximum I can cast something from white metal. For the brass it is higher temperature, more dangerous, requires more skills, especially very small, tiny parts. I don't know, I'm thinking about this like that. Never tried. Okay, trying to remove all these brownish colors, and I will make also slight rounded edge as usually what I'm doing with all parts here. just to get a little more volume, and I have to cut through this such squarish niche for the sheave, or it was just edge. Let me check. Let me check. Stop this. Okay. So actually the straight one, this is how it should be installed, not like this, but like this. Okay. The rounded edge should be nailed, that's why it is with carve. Now it makes sense. So let me clean this one and we can work on the shaping it. Advanced Chuck Passaro is printing lanterns. I have seen already some 3D printed, and I think I'm not making them scratch anymore too. They are so realistic, so tiny thin details parts, just yummy. And you can't say that they are 3D printed, so yeah. Some technologies can improve models. Not everything can be 3D printed, then it just makes no sense to build wooden models if you can buy all parts 3D printed. But some tiny ones which is very difficult to make and which can make your model more detailed or more realistic, especially in smaller scales, why not? Something which should be glued, I believe. Okay, let's clean, make final touches on these parts. We'll make rounded edges. Oops. So this should be here. The only thing I just need to cut this precisely. It should be flush with the ceiling plank. So something like this. Let me try. Just something is not sitting in its proper place. Better. Now actually I'm thinking about should I make them black too or leave them wooden? No, I will leave them wooden, just will oil them also and will apply shellac on the top of it. Plastic maybe, yeah, it is fragile, but it is up to scale. Okay, now we need to cut 2 sheaves and 3 nails on each, I believe 3 or 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's make sheaves. And we need to drill also a hole for the, I will probably use a drill bit 1 millimeter in diameter. This is the biggest I have here. Okay, let me mark both of them. So it should be somewhere here. A little more than, oops, in the middle, yes. In the middle or a little. Like here. And where is my pencil? And we need to make sheave right here. So let's make it. Oh, I wanted a different one, which I have to mark first. Actually, I can mark them symmetrical, like this. This one is from here, and this one I will work now. The rest I can cut, or maybe one more. And the rest scalpel can do. Yay! I will switch to a different drill bit to make holes for the nails, or bolts. Okay, let's do the same for this one. Maybe I can move this video somewhere so you can see these parts. And now I need to mark 3 nails. Or bolts, I'm sorry. 2 and 3. maybe I can turn the camera in such a way that it is visible. Or model. Like this. And move it a little. So it is visible. Let me put this one back. Like this. Visible. But maybe we will finish it next time, because as I said at the beginning, I have to finish today's live stream on time. So we will glue our cut heads and we'll bolt them next time, and we will oil our model, and we'll move on something like need to assemble another 2 gun carriages, just because I have an appointment with my nephews and a niece, so need to go on time. With this, I believe this is it for today. Let me switch to a bigger screen. Yes. So with this, I wish you a very nice rest of the day. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for joining me in this little adventure with this boat. And a big thank you for the sponsors of the channel. You are making possible to run it and make them regularly publishing issues and episodes. So I'm very grateful for your help and support. So with this, I wish you a very nice rest of the day or evening, depends from which part of the world you're watching. And have a good week. Bye guys. See you next weekend. I'm just reading your comments. Lots of thank you. You're welcome, guys. I am really happy that when you are typing something like you found a new trick, a new tip, something useful. This is just inspires me to continue running and create more and more episodes. And actually there is a lot more what I can show you. Just need to find proper model on which I can apply all the tricks and techniques which I know. I replicated the exact machine Olha used for ropes, but I can't get it to work. When the yarn is finished and I cut it, ends up in a big ball. Are you using that yarn which already was pre-twisted? So then you are turning it in the wrong direction, then you can make only left twisted ropes, because you are literally untwisting that, and then it turns and twists in different directions. That's why it is elastic and you can get balls. Or you are not using heavy enough counterweight for each rope, because first you have to stretch it properly, and the bigger the weight, the longer it turns. So it's not try to twist faster. So the weight will make a difference also. So it can be or wrong ropes or yarn, or just not enough, not big enough counterweight for each rope, for each diameter. George, if you are planning to build this gunboat, just join on the Facebook group. Show me your pictures, what are you doing and what is the result, because it's very difficult to explain when you're just saying something what is not working. Better one time to see than 10 times to hear. So just join in the Facebook group. The link is under every video, live stream video. So just answer the introductory question. It was which model are you building? Just answer Philadelphia, because I'm accepting only project participants. This is just pure principle. I don't like when people just watching and hanging there without actually building anything and just commenting and criticizing everybody. This is not a good inspiration for beginners, so I'm trying to prevent such thing happens in my group. So that's why I have that introductory question and you have to answer it. So just join and show me make a post and what you build and what is the result of your ropes, and we can figure it out. Okay, I think no more questions. Haven't missed anything important today, hope. So with this, bye one more time, guys. See you next week.